Okay, we're gonna call this the split stance slouch. First, to give full credit where credit's due, I've taken this from a really smart PT from Ireland named Dave O'Sullivan. He calls his the slouch, I believe, if you want to check out his version on YouTube. Okay, first a little bit of background on why we're doing this. One way to show stability and really good muscle patterning and sequencing, and ultimately more power, especially when we're on one leg, is by what we call delayed knee extension, or not straightening the knee too early, or what I'll a lot of times refer to as bring the hip over the knee as opposed to the knee back over the hip. Okay, so that's the idea behind this exercise. So basically we're gonna set up in this position. The setup is kind of key here. Basically, you're trying to start with your knee from this side view right over the middle of your foot, kind of like the front of your ankle or right over the middle of your foot. You want to feel like your hip, like so you're in kind of like just this shortish stride, or maybe like a walking stride. Back foot is just pretty much there as a little kickstand, just there for balance. So like 95% of my weight is on my front leg. Now the goal here really is to keep your knee over the middle of the foot the whole time, especially not pull it back, not go forward, or like I said, especially go back, it's gonna stay right there. Now the move is, so I'm here, again, my hip's a little bit behind my knee. The move is gonna be to basically slouch. And I'm gonna kind of think from the top down, curl, so like full cat-cow, chin towards my chest, roll one vertebrae at a time, down, roll as far as you feel like you can go. Obviously kind of checking that knee to make sure it stays right where it is. You can see me wobbling. And then here's where you'll really start to feel your glute as you get down the bottom, and then especially to uncurl. So I'm gonna think, drive the ground straight from like, that's where my pressure is, right in the middle of the foot, to uncurl my way up. Really wanna keep the uncurl. I'm trying to peel from low to high to uncurl all the way up, and trying to keep the knee right where it is the whole time. Feel that like crazy in the hip. Just to give you a little bit from the front view, I'm gonna in for here, and then really especially keeping the alignment in this from this view, so that all the foot posture cues, ball big toe down, ankle outward to lift that arch up, and trying to keep thigh in line with the top of the foot from this view as well. Keeping that hip pulled back in the socket, but keeping that whole lower leg stable where it is to curl down and curl back up. Lastly, sometimes it'll help to have a little bit of support at the bottom, or at least like kind of show where you're going to. So again, I'm going to take the setup, knee right over the middle of the foot, kick stand for the back foot, pull that hip back in the socket, start from upright, and just kind of curl down, one vertebrae at a time. Maybe a little pause to kind of readjust, get my stability, or just at least know where I'm stopping at a good place to stop, and then uncurl, one vertebrae at a time to come up. Hip will be burning after those. That is the split stance slouch. Thank you.